everybody. Welcome to an interview that I have. I'm so excited for you to meet my friend Anne. So Anne, I was thinking about this today. We met 3 years ago, which is kind of crazy because I feel like I've known you so much longer than 3 years. So what I would like to do is have you share with our team a little bit of your heart, your story, and what brought you to Isogenics.
Awesome. Thanks, Jody. Yes, I adore you. And Randy. Got to keep Randy here.
Right.
Thank you. So I, like many of you, got started on this wellness system, wasn't quite sure if it would work for me. I didn't really have a lot of issues with my weight. I was using another shake program. I was using another cleansing system. And I was a little curious about this one, but I didn't think I would have any results. But I was stuck with my weight and I was frustrated. And I had a lot of other little health challenges going on, but I really came just for my family to have better nutrition. And after my first 3 weeks, I was pleasantly surprised that, like so many, right, we start to feel better. My joints felt better. I started to release the inches that I couldn't release in 6 months. I tried, and I felt like somebody turned the lights on in my head, and then I was hooked. And I started sharing this amazing system with everybody.
Yeah, so you're a skeptic term believer.
Oh yeah, yep, and yes, absolutely. Like so many people, right? Because you don't know what you don't know.
Right.
Yes, so that's my story about really how I got started.
So I know a little bit about your background that I would like you to share with everybody, your fitness background and your previous job background, because I think the two combined make the perfect marriage, that you really are a wealth of knowledge and information and helpful tips that you're so abundant to share with us, that I want people to really see like what your credentials are and what your background is, because you're so passionate about it.
Thanks. Yeah, I am really passionate about it. My whole life, really, if I look back, I've always been passionate about nutrition and disease and wellness and fitness. I kind of grew up in that setting, not so much with the health minded, but my mother always said, "Where did you come from?" So I think that's just born in me. And so it was the perfect marriage here. I am a scientist. I definitely love science. I love infectious disease. I've studied disease. I've trained at Yale and have a great love of science. But what I didn't love right from day one is I didn't love, for me, not naturally supporting the body. So, but I have 25 years of experience in the lab and many different avenues. We'll leave it there. And as far as fitness, I can't even say it, but I have been certified in fitness for over 25 years. And unfortunately, due to my health challenges, I did take a hiatus because I didn't feel good, and I had to stop teaching fitness and stop running and that. So those two make me passionate about what we found here with Isogenics, and then having a personal transformation that allows me, I get all emotional, that allows me to return back to what I love has been an absolute gift.
Okay. So you at one time, I think it was a week or two ago, had made the comment to me, "Oh my gosh, this immune boost that Isogenics came out with, they did it right. People have no idea just how flippin' good this product actually is." So I want you to get your science geeky hat on and share with us what you know so that we can learn from you.
Okay, awesome. Yes, absolutely. So one of the things that really has, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, but really stands true about Isogenics is it is backed by science. And when I got started, like so many other people, you don't really trust it. And can it be as good as they say? And honestly, maybe they paid for these clinical studies or, so with that in mind, every single thing that Isogenics has ever done, I have researched. I'm passionate about it, like you said. So I just like to do that. And I always am impressed about what they do, what they offer, how they support us. And we have to be really careful because it's a supplementation company, as you know. So we don't make medical claims. We don't diagnose. We don't treat. We don't cure. We don't do any of that. But what Isogenics really is a wellness system for everybody. So when the shake boosters come out, and we're talking today about the immune, I, again, was like, well, what could this possibly do? And I was thinking cold and flu. And so again, before I go any further with my geeked out notes, this is not really from Isogenics. This is literature that I've read, that I've researched from various websites, various medical articles to help me understand what this immune is. And when I put it all together, I did say that, Jody, like everybody needs it. Everybody needs it. So I'm going to try to break it down. The bottom line is for Isagenix, I think a lot of us come for weight loss, but doesn't everybody want health?
Mm-hmm. Health as well.
Absolutely. So the ISA Immune Shake Booster or Immune Shake Booster is really about staying healthy. So I'm going to give you a little back history, and I wrote notes down so that I stay on track. Sure. But what I know to be true is we used to get what is in this shake booster in our food. So just like everything else that we know, our food has changed. It's been modified. They don't produce it the same way. It's been manufactured. And with that, it has changed the nutritional components of it. And one of that being the beta glucans. So we'll go back to that. So it used to be the things that are in our support used to be found in oats, in barley, in brewer's yeast, and bread. So we used to get them inherently in our food. And that's changed. I mean, who's making bread on the weekend? Not me. Okay. So a little bit about the ingredients, and y'all probably have read it. There's reishi mushrooms, peoria, and maitake mushrooms, right? As well as they call it a Wellmune. And I do have my notes. It's 1316 beta glucans. And that's from a strain of yeast. And so that's where the similarity comes into breads and things like that. But what that does is it supports the immune system. When I was introduced to this, I thought cold and flu. So I thought, hey, that's great. That's a way to support our immune system. What I know is it's a lot bigger. You are going to be utilizing something simply in your shake that is really boosting immunity on a level that it blows me away. In general terms, this strengthens the cells. That's all you really need to know. And you want your immune system to be strong. And what I know to be true about this is it's cumulative because our body's constantly generating cells. So it's not like a product that you want to take once in a while. You want to really take it once a day. And one scoop is sufficient for most people in a shake. If you're stressed or you're feeling like you need some additional support, you can take it twice a day. And as we know, kids over the age of 4 can take half a scoop. But one.
Can you take 2 scoops in one shake, or it's better to take 1 scoop in each shake?
I honestly don't know, but I don't know. I'm not gonna answer that because I'm not 100%. I have a gut instinct, but I'm not quite sure, Jody. Okay. So
I actually brought you without an answer. I think that's a first ever.
No. Back to Science 101 or 102 or immunology or whatever, we know that our white blood cells fight infection. And so we also know that through Chinese medicine, they always use mushrooms. I have other supports in my household for immune support, and I looked at the ingredients, and what do you know? There's mushrooms in there. And I thought Isagenix in this company are doing the same thing. So, but the mushrooms are going to do a lot for us as far as, this is where I'm not making medical claims, wound healing. They help assist with weight loss and cholesterol and blood sugar levels. So you're getting that support right there. But the beta glucan part, or we'll just say the ingredients in this, really help stimulate, here we go, our macrophages, which those are the cells that are going to really work. They're little soldiers in our body, and they're going to help really fight things that we don't want, foreign invaders. And unfortunately, going really deep and do your own research, go to Public Med. You can't trust everything on the web either, but I really do like a lot of Public Med, and I look at different articles, is beta glucans stimulate our white blood cells, and they really help fight things such as tumors and viruses. So we're talking that this product has the immune support that can really help your body fight against, I think, one of our biggest fears, and that is cancer. So again, not making medical claims, but that's a big thing.
So you're basically arming your soldiers at that point.
Absolutely. And I mean, there's a study at Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston that, not only does it help with all the things I'm saying, but one of the other things, being a nerdy infectious disease, bacteria loving kind of girl, is we've heard about these resistant strains of bacteria, right? They're not responding to antibiotic therapy, and that is probably more prevalent than most people know, but since that was my specialty, I'm well versed in it. I see medications failing all the time, antibiotics. Anyhow, on another side note is that this support from the beta glucans helps the body's normal bacteria be stronger against soldiers. And so that is a really amazing, important thing as we look at the longevity of how people are living and the treatment they're utilizing. And so it really helps your body, better bacteria, better, stronger cells, better you.
Awesome.
Yeah, amazing. I'm going to just continue. And because I want to stress that, again, it's not intended to treat you, diagnose, prevent, cure, but we all know nutrition plays a key part in our health. It's not a magic bullet, but this really does allow the body to fend off the bad stuff. One of the contraindications that I found, and I'm going to be honest, Isagenix hasn't made these statements, but they always say when you're starting anything new, they always encourage you to go to your physician to make sure it's okay for you. For most of us, that isn't really seeking any medical treatment at all, and we're kind of status quo, we're fine. But if you are on any type of immunosuppressant agent or therapy, so we're talking chemotherapy, or if you've had an organ transplant, or if you have an autoimmune disorder, you really need to check with your physician, because this immune support is really going to stimulate your immune system, make it strong. But there are some times when, unfortunately, that is not the right fit for the body. So you really do need to work with your medical specialist if you have anything going on like that. For most of us, it's an amazing support. I think it's incredible. I went out and bought 6. I will never be without it. There's no flavor. It's an easy add in the shake. I'm a stinky pill taker, so shove it in my shake and we're good. I put it in my kid's shake. It's flavorless and it's amazing.
That brought up 2 questions that I thought of while you were talking. So
sure.
Just from personal experience, I know when I've talked to some doctors have really done their due diligence in keeping up with nutrition. Others have kind of taken that field of, I had my nutrition class in college 30 years ago, I don't need to know anything and nothing's changed. So when you're saying, people, if they have specific situations like cancer or autoimmune disease or liver or an organ transplant, would you also seek out the advice of a nutritionist, or like, is it a nutritionist or a doctor or both? Like, any wisdom on that?
Yeah, there's lots of wisdom on that. You're absolutely right. So great question. So again, you're pretty much aware of if you're on an immunosuppressant type of therapy. I just think that you're pretty aware of it. That to be on that therapy or that course, you've battled some stuff. You're pretty much aware. I would recommend bringing it to your doctor and your pharmacist and just saying, excuse me, I'm going to bring this into my wellness plan. It's good for immune support. Is there anything that you see here that would be contraindicated?
Okay. Awesome.
Will you monitor me?
Right.
You talk while I call.
That's okay. So again, I just love that we have brought Ann with us, because I love science, but I don't have that expertise that Ann does. And many of you know my story. I wouldn't say I came in as a skeptic. I came in truly believing Lisa and wanting to follow her lead. So we just went, okay, we're going to do this. That I didn't necessarily have that skeptical mind, and I love all the science behind it. So I love that you, being a scientist, completely see the validation. You understand why it's happening. So thank you for sharing with us, because I kind of look at it that, we all agree that our system works best as synergy, but the shakes are literally the best nutrition in the world. And what I love about things like Isommune and even Isogreens, to me, it's 10xing the shakes. The shakes are spectacular by themselves, but as you've said, we have so much stress in our body or lack of nutrition with our food from the stores and the restaurants, that why not give this extra step or, arm our soldiers to give ourselves the best battle? Because as we age, and, Ann and I both have I call it a spectacular birthday this year, that she just had hers, mine is in a couple weeks, that I want to age gracefully. I want to go into this so that I can move and do what I want and hike and climb and still water ski and, do all the things that I did in my 20s and 30s. I want to continue to do as we get older. And so in my opinion, why not give your body the best shot? And immunity is a really important key to that.
Immunity is pretty much everything. And that is why we feed our body what we do. I mean, everything really, if you don't have a strong immune system, you'll be bombarded and you'll be taxed. I mean, we are all stressed. We are stressed. Oh, we all are. And so this doesn't balance stress like our amazing Ionic Supreme, but it helps our body be supported during stressful events. And that is including exercise. I don't know if I touched on that. So athletes, again, when you're pounding that pavement, you are stressing the body. I'm not saying that it's not conditioning you and benefiting you, but this product is so smart. It is, I am trying to be really careful in what I claim and state, but when I researched it, I was blown away. I listened to many different documentaries and I thought, we have got it right. And we are so lucky. We are so fortunate to have this and to be able to just put a scoop in your shake. Don't taste it. 1 second extra. Hello.
Yes, and it doesn't change the texture either. That's a big thing, because I know a couple of times I've tried something and it may change the texture, that the flavor is the same, but the textures, you can't tell a thing. And I'm sure you've seen this, but especially for the kids that maybe the kids aren't on board with the shake. And like you said, ages 4 and up, I did read somewhere, I think it was isogenicshealth.net, that if you're not going to put it in a shake, you want something sticky of substance. So they said things like oatmeal, yogurt, applesauce. So if you have littler ones that, although most of the people that I talk to who have smaller ones like the shakes too, but if you're not putting it in a shake, I've heard don't just add it to water. You need kind of that sticky substance to add it to.
Right. Absolutely. I've heard that too. Yes. Excellent point.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for sharing your wisdom. I love chatting with you, and I love that my team gets to know you. And are you going to Celebration?
Of course, Jody. Absolutely.
So those of you who want to meet Ann in person, I highly encourage you to come to Celebration, because actually I met Ann at NYKO. So we met at an event, and you guys all know that I am a huge fan and believer of events. But when you go to events, not only do you increase your own belief level and learn about all the new products, you get to meet amazing people like Ann. And that's my favorite part of this company, is the culture and meeting people and connecting. That, Ann and I, she's in Connecticut. You're in Connecticut, right?
Yes, ma'am.
After I said that, I'm like, really? She's in Connecticut. I'm here in Chicago. So, how cool is it that we can share this journey together? And thanks to electronics, we can do it, with all you guys.
It's awesome. Yeah. Absolutely events. And I definitely was an event girl. I think I'm skeptical of every single thing. And that's just the way I am. Well, go to events. You're right. And, I love Jody and Randy, like, as they know. I mean, and it's cool. And, I'm happy to do this. I hope that I added value. It is just a great thing. And, even if you're doing you can't do the whole system or it's whatever, the shake booster is amazing with 1 shake a day. I always tell my clients, do what you can. Yes, more is better. It's synergistic. Like you said, I encourage it, but golly, we've got it so great here. It's high quality. You're going to find nothing better.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, stay warm, because I hear you guys have had some kind of dicey weather up in the Northeast there. So stay warm. And thank you again for sharing with us.
You're welcome, hon. My pleasure.